on edge here. Let's take that down. So we got the market on edge. Chapter 2 of the money flow is about moving averages, the foundation of the money flow trading system. An indicator in technical analysis that helps smooth out price action by filtering out noise and random price fluctuations. Now, a lot of people don't use it like that, but that's how it's intended. A moving average typically is a trend following or lagging indicator because it's based on past price performance. Now, TV and the government will tell you past performance is not indicative of future results. If the past isn't indicative, I don't know what is. But that's what they say. So that's what we go with. So appreciate it. Nice live. So the foundation of the money flow is built around that green line. That green line is a simple moving average, and all it does is help us understand the price pattern of the stages. That's all it is. It's not magic. And there's some general rules. If price is above it, that's the start of the stage 2 breakout. If price is below it, that's the start of the stage 4 breakdown. The problem is you run into gray areas if you're simply using moving averages, right? You can run into gray areas. And you get into these choppy sections here. And these are just what I call stages, and other people, they call it distribution, accumulation, they call it consolidation. You can call it different things, right? And within the movements of the stage 2, and this sometimes confuses people in the stage 4, are what I call boxes. And boxes are when price, and I think I think Darvis. There's a guy named Darvis back in the 40s and 50s used to talk about the term boxes. And a box is where 4 days, it takes 4 corners to make a box, right? Nothing complicated. And inside of these stage move ups and these stage move downs, there's nothing different between an up and a down except the bipolar. Moon, sun, high tide, low tide, evil, love, good, bad. It's fucking up and down, right? That's universe. It's bipolar, man. You're bipolar. Inside of you is this little bitch. And also is this mighty warrior. And from day to day, different ones get to take over you. And that's how it works, man. Everybody's bipolar. Everybody's got everything they need inside of them to win and conquer at the same time, to cower and cry, man. That's what this is. Stage 2 is just up. Stage 4 is just down. Stage 1 is sideways. And so is the 3. Right? And so that's the philosophy, man. And so if you don't trade around a philosophy, you won't trade very long. Truth is, most of you will come and go. Most people can't commit to anything. If you make it 3 months at anything, I'd be shocked. Most people. Now, we're not trying to equip most people. I'm not looking for most people. I'm looking for people who are looking for me. Right? So that's not most people. Money flow is built around the 20-day moving average. This right here. It's one of the 6 principles of the money flow. 6. There's 6 things we look at. And in conjunction with the 6, we can make a guesstimation of where price is. And we don't know for certain. But one of the things we look for is support. So let's take this over here. Support's not a perfect science either. Support is about memory. Also, one of the principles of the money flow is this idea that price has memory. Where it's been before, it'll go again. And if I'm not mistaken, that's chapter 4 of the money flow. Chapter 4. Some of you are wondering if you're going to be here next month. Some of you are wondering if you're going to be here in 6 months. Maybe you won't be trading. Maybe you'll change your style. Maybe you like to change it about every 2 months. Every time the market moves or your account goes to you, oh, I need to change it. I need to do something different. No, you just need to keep doing what you were doing. chapter 5, support and resistance, but support and resistance is about memory. Now, I don't know how this could be questioned by anybody because it's so obvious and plain. Support and resistance is very simple, and it puts in a top. Now, one of the things about support and resistance, if we're going to go a little bit deeper, are what I call pivot points, or that's what most people call them. I call them anchor points. I like to make up my own words. And an anchor is like a boat dropping an anchor. Bam, the bottom. Bam, the top. Now, we don't know where the anchor points are, but we know what the anchor point can look like. We know what that is. And once an anchor point is established, we can use it to determine if, our stages. So once we've decided that an anchor's been put in, that helps us simplify our decisions going forward. So if this is the anchor, our direction is up, even if it pulls back like yesterday. Now, some people are so fucking weak-minded, one big down day or a couple fucking YouTube videos or 10 minutes watching CNBC, and they change their whole pattern. Oh my God. All it takes is a 10-minute fucking interview, and they're ready to throw out everything they've studied for 6 months. That's all it takes. That's how weak-minded some people are. And because of that, we have an edge. The only reason I became a millionaire is everyone else sucks. That's it. Simple as that. It wasn't that I was the smartest, the fastest, or the best looking. The difference is I don't stop. Every day I get up to get a little bit richer, and everyone else stops. Everything else in their life stops them. And they have 1,000,001 fucking excuses why they can't play this game next week. Oh, my mom. Oh, my wife. Oh, this, that, work. There's always something in their life that keeps them from doing this game every day. And there's always something that keeps them from being consistent. Maybe it's their kids, whatever excuse. There's people that use their kids for an excuse not to get rich. Oh, I got kids. I can't do it. Good. I'm sure your kids will appreciate that when they're loaded in debt when they're going to college. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. When you're 35. Thanks, Dad. Going to all those baseball games, but now I'm broke. That's what happens, man. Every fucking excuse under the sun. Oh, there's a new YouTuber. I need to change what I was doing. You know how many YouTubers I've seen come and go? Influencers. People doing this and that. I don't even know who's out there, man. People say, hey, you know this guy? No. I know the money flow. It's been around for 5,000 years. I don't need to know what that guy knows. So that's what I figured out. Landlording's been around for 5,000 years. Nobody has a secret. Stock market and movement of price has been around for 5,000 years. Sideways, up, sideways, down, sideways. That has been around, and when you die, this will still be here. While people search for something different and better, it sits right in front of them. Right there. Look where price stopped. Went below, came boom, right back up in the box. Right? So, at some point, when you get where you can't be shaken, you say, how do I know they're shaken? You think there's going to be a crash? Stop being shaken. Stop talking like that, man. Be an opportunist. You have to see opportunity, man, not fear. Bible says God hasn't given you the spirit of fear. What's to fear? Nothing. Nothing. Price goes down. Good. 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 What stock is this? It don't even matter what stock it is. You don't know what the hell you're doing. So it don't matter what stock it is. What matters is, do you learn the pattern of price movement? Then it could be any stock you want it to be, sweetie. Any stock. It goes up. It goes sideways. It goes down. It goes sideways. Oh, didn't make it. Back up in the box. Super bullish, right? Goes up, over, and then down. And that's the price pattern right there. So it don't matter what stock it is. Just plug them in, man. Just plug them in. Robert Kiyosaki's a complete moron. All you guys are like, oh, Robert Kiyosaki, he's an idiot. This guy's been calling for a crash for fucking 15 years. 15 years he's been calling for my whole adult life. Stock market crash. You better buy my course. You better buy my course. It's going to crash. You remember when he was saying buy gold? That worked out well. These guys are all idiots, man. Everyone. Every guy on YouTube, me included, they don't know shit. They don't know anything, man. Everything you need to know, God gave it to you. Spirit, you have everything you need inside of you. Everything, man. It's all around you. You just got to be in tune with it. Robert Kiyosaki doesn't know shit. Nothing. He wrote a book that I highly doubt he even wrote, that he made up the story called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I got that too. Called Rich Friend, Poor Friend. I got one too. And everybody's like, oh, that book was enlightening. What? What was enlightening? It said, start a business. Invest your money. It's so enlightening. What's enlightening about that book? And yet, that book is responsible for putting a bunch of people on the entrepreneurial path, right? So, nothing to take from it. But it's not the Bible, man. It's not a religion. Most of these guys don't know shit, man. Most of the people you're talking to don't know anything. The moment you understand that, you're good. Because that frees you. That means they're all on the same playing field, man. So this is XLB. Guys, what stock is this? Not a stock. It's an index fund. It's a spider index. The S&P 500 is made up of 11 sectors. If you didn't know that, you don't know anything about stocks. If you didn't know that the S&P 500 is made of 11 sectors, you need to go back and study, right? Trying to figure out entries and exits and what stocks to buy. You need to start breaking down the stock market. How many stocks make up the QQQ? Any idea? How many stocks make up the Dow? DIA. Right? That one's easy. 30. How many stocks make up the S&P? That's easy, right? S&P 500. There's 500 of them. Well, that 500 stocks are broke down into 11 sectors. This is the XLB material sector. And you say, man, what is that? Sherwin-Williams? Paint is material that you need to buy if you want to invest in real estate. So whenever I meet real estate guys, they say, oh, I'm not really interested in stocks. Really? Because you buy shit from people that are stocks every day. You go to Home Depot, right? You buy paint, right? You go to Sherwin-Williams. Well, you're in the stock game. You just don't want to make money in it. You're providing the price movement of stocks, man. So if you're into real estate, you're buying paint from Sherwin-Williams, right? Well, that makes up part of the XLB. What else is in the XLB? DuPont. You ever heard of DuPont? Well, let's look at DuPont for a second. Now, let's see if DuPont looks like this, right? You can see let's just keep it simple. See, look, price breaks out, price breaks down, right? Goes up, goes down. Now, let's look at DuPont. See if it looks anything like that chart right there. Dow. Pretty similar. Not perfect. Pretty similar, right? We see the, extreme low. Now, this is what you'll notice about an index fund. Stocks are individuals. When you go, so look at the volume, 732K, right? Let's see what the volume on XLB was. 1.6 million. So when you get into an index fund like the S&P 500, the volume is going to be billions. So it takes a lot more money to move the entire index than it takes to move one single stock. And if you watch my live last night with Ashton and Simon and the Day Trade Professor, one of the things we were talking about is this idea of market cap, right? Like, it is going to be very difficult for Ethereum to go up 30%. It used to do it all the time. It ain't going to be able to do it anymore. It'll take too much money. It takes a shit ton of money to move Sherwin-Williams, Freeport-McMoRan, Dow, DuPont, PPG Industries. Like, these type of companies, their share count's in the billions, man. This is why AT&T doesn't move. It just doesn't move, dude. Let's pull up AT&T. Right? Well, dude, this thing doesn't move. It takes shit tons of money to move this thing. But another stock like, I don't know, maybe like DraftKings. Look, already today, 6 million shares have changed hands, and this stock is up 18 cents. You put 6 million shares on Solo, and that thing's up 25%. Right? Money. How many people are trading it? So, this is, I mean, that's the money flow, right? That's the money flow. If we back up, that's the XLB, and you start running through these, this is super important, man. People say, how do you find stocks? Simple. So here's the housing. I mean, do we see any money flow patterns in this? Jeez, look at these, man. Now, notice, and you're going to notice this a lot if you look at an index. It doesn't go extreme as often as the individual stocks that make up this. So this is the XHB. What is this? This is the Spider Home Builders ETF. So these guys build, let's see, XHB. These guys build houses. So who do you have in here? This is all part of the housing sector. Remember, my friends who do real estate say, I'm not really into stocks. Bullshit. You're into stocks, you just don't buy them. Oh, you're into stocks. You're buying flooring. Flooring Decor makes up this. What else? Builders First Choice. What do we got? Williams Sonoma, Toll Brothers, D.H. Horton. Oh, you're into stocks. Lennar. You just don't buy them. You're into stocks. You're the one making them move, bro. So you're out there buying stuff for your house. You're into stocks. You just don't own any. Right? And so, like, look, you can see the pattern, man. You can see the pattern. You can see the pattern. It's not perfect. But then when you take the individual stocks inside of this, notice these aren't extremes, right? Because ETFs is a conglomerate of all of the stocks inside of there. It's hard to get the ETF to hit an extreme. Now, it can. Like over here, it ran up, banged it, right? But so if you were trading, let's say you're trading just ETFs. I know a guy that trades just ETFs. That's it. Well, you got to adjust some of this stuff a little bit. You got to adjust some of it a little bit, man. What ticker? It don't matter what ticker we're on, man. It don't matter, Chris. You don't know what you're doing. It don't matter what ticker you're on. So let's go to, what's another one? XLB. We just did that one. This is one of the more boring ones. XLC Communications. Very boring. XLE. What do we see going on here? XLE. Where are my anchor points? So whenever I look for these anchor points, when you come to a chart, you want to backdate them. So if we pull this up, we want to backdate these anchor points. I mean, we got to start with the obvious to predict the ones in the future. Now, the government will tell you past performance is not indicative of future results. There's an anchor point, right? There's an anchor point. What do we call that? Right now, that's an anchor point. All right, you got an anchor point over here. Probably right there. What is an anchor point? It's the high that then the stage gets built on, right? Now, this one got broke, so we got a new one here. And so these anchor points are often followed by extremes on the RSI. Notice there, look, there's an extreme RSI. And you can take these little things and you could just do it like this. And if you go through on the RSI, you're going to almost always catch these anchor points. Now, once that anchor point's established, I kind of assume that's the high, man, until it's broken. Now, that doesn't mean I want to bail on the trade, but look how far away oil's gotten from the 20-day moving average. And so what that tells me is I need to start downsizing this trade because of the risk involved. Now, this is on TV when they'll tell you to buy it. Oh, yeah, you should buy oil. Okay, you go do that. Right? No, you should have been buying oil down here on this anchor point. Let it come up. There's our box, right? So we get into the box. We get into the stages of price movement. So when we establish an anchor point on the way up, I'm looking for a stage 3 now. I'm looking for a stage 3. So there's our anchor point, and we got 1 day. Now, it's too soon yet. It usually starts with a box. So, I can't call it right now. We got to let this develop, but this is how it starts. And then we start to build the box, start to build the stage. Price starts to go sideways. And so you went stage 1, stage 2, and now we're going into a 3. But it's not predictive. It's just what is. And so we let it develop, man. I'm not trying to get ahead of it or get out of it, but I want to take some money off the table because stage 3 is being built, right? And that's not being predictive. That's just downsizing the trade, man. Check out CEI. Nah, Mikey, we ain't checking out CEI. Why don't you just watch and learn how to do something? Why don't you learn to trade, bro? Don't worry about CEI. Stop being greedy, man. Don't stop the class for you. I didn't say sell oil companies. God damn, man. I just said you need to downsize the trade. You need to downsize it. Downsize your risk, man. So if we look at, now watch when we look at Gush. Where did Gush stop? Right where it was before. That's one of the core principles. The money flow has memory. Look at that. Where did it stop? Wow. Where's the RSI? Bam. What does that do? There's our pivot point, right? Or our anchor point. Could call it a pivot, but I like to call it an anchor. US ain't going to default, man. There we go. Now we finally got an intelligent point. I'm going to pin that one. Someone finally said something intelligent. So, just so you know, I repeat this a lot, but anytime you get a broken box that comes right back, super bullish, man. Making this zone there really bullish. I look for those. And when you get those, that's when it's going to rip. And we see it happening there. Dimitri, you need to reread my book, bro. You need to learn these stages, man. It's all 6 things here, man. It's all 6 together. It's not really the direction of RSI where it's pointing doesn't matter. You know, whether it's pointing down here or up here, that's not what we're looking for. All you want on the RSI, the only thing you need it for. Now there's other strategies that use RSI differently, but all I give a shit about is the extreme zones. I don't care about anything else. So nothing in this middle matters to me. I just want to know, look, extreme low, extreme high. What does that mean? Completed swing trade, man. So if you're a swing trader, the trade is over. Depending on how you trade. So look, extreme low, extreme high. That looks pretty much like bottom to top. Right? Bottom to top. But now what I do is I tend to ease into the trade and then I start to ease out of it if it's a trade. And the Gush to me is a swing trade. Swing trade. I mean, I don't write it down. Swing trade. I get out. So I'll eventually work my way out here of this trade. But not right now. It's still above the 5-day moving average. There's nothing to get out of. But look at this widening spread, man. So it's dangerous right here. This is dangerous. Meaning that it can move back to the downside. Or it could just wait and hold. So we got to wait and see, man. It's overbought. Please give me your thought on CARB. Man, you greedy bastard. Why don't you just listen? Why we got to look at your stock? You don't need my thought on your stock. If you learn this, you'll know what I think on that stock, man. Yeah, we're on the daily, man. Now we're on a 2-minute chart like crackheads. All right, let's see. We're on methamphetamines. We're on a 5-minute chart. Let's drop down to a 5-minute chart on Gush. On a 5-minute chart, what does that look like? Stage 4 decline. Right? Stage 4 decline. Look at that. Down and over. 5-minute chart. Well, that looks a lot different than the daily. So if you get yourself into these time frames, you better really understand what you're doing or you'll be all jacked up. Ain't no need to go to a 5-minute chart, man. Now, if you're purely day trading, but I don't know why you'd be listening to me if you're doing that, man. Why would anybody listen to me if they're doing that, man? Hey, Gerald, what are your thoughts on supply chain stocks? Well, I think supply chain has problems, sir. If you go look at a lot of those, like the shipping stock, what is the shipping index? I mean, they're through the roof right now. I don't know what you mean by supply chain. So narrowing down your time frame is super, super, super important, especially if you're trying to understand the money flow. So let's see, what was one we were looking at yesterday? Remember that one we were looking at? CHPT was breaking out yesterday. CHPT. Still trying to break out today. Not really moving. Where can I find your book? I know it's so hard. So hard when you to find the book. You have to click the Instagram button. You like go like where. That question always weirds me out because anybody I've ever followed, I'm like, dude, I like what this guy said. So then I go to their main page, like say on YouTube, I go to the actual channel page, and usually there's something to click. Same on Twitter, same on TikTok. Like it's the same. Your whole fucking life, it's been the same. So if you said, how do I find it? I don't know. Do what kids your age have been doing their whole fucking life. Go to the main page and click the button. That ain't hard. Come on, man. How you going to trade stocks? You can't find a book. Come on, man. At some point, we got to think outside the box a little, man. All right, so Win is setting up. Look at Win. It's setting up. We got an extreme. Now, Dimitri, I met Dimitri in person. I'm going to stop picking on him. I'm going to stop picking on him because I met him in person. He's a nice guy. Let's see. Sideways. If we're swing trading, that's our easy target. Now, what's the other thing I need to go do, man? What's the other thing I need to go do? Man, nobody gives a fuck about CAR-V. What's the other thing I need to do? I need to go see, is there any analysts that think this is worth it? It's trading way below the 200. I love that. And I got to go look. And if the fundamentals, the easiest way to do that is tip ranks, right? If we go to tip ranks and it's higher, then I know I got a little setup here, right? So if I'm swing trading, I got to put a stop somewhere right around in here. What I used to like to do is I'd do a stop on half the position. And then if it breaks, I give it a day. A lot of times it'll come right back. I might put it back on. But remember, I'm talking about a box, and a box is 4 days, meaning I got to find a pivot point. That's it, or not an anchor point. There's my anchor point. Where's my next anchor point? Right here, right? So I got anchor point to anchor point. Not really an extreme, but this is an extreme. Right? Oh, you're playing stocks that aren't even on tip ranks, bro. That means you're playing stocks that nobody knows. That's such a small stock that it's not even being followed by analysts, bro. Yeah, it's a stage 2 though. So my man's looking at this CAR-V. That's got to be on tip ranks, man. Come on. Or are we talking about something else? Let's see. That's a stage 2. Now, this is an iffy stage 2, and you say why? Because it's just kind of back in the box. You can get these stage 2s, quasi stage 1s, where it's kind of both. Because look, everything's kind of sideways in here, man. Technically, stage 2, but it's also, you could argue, a stage 1. And you mean, like, what do I mean? Meaning, that's not a breakout because it's still inside of a zone of consolidation or accumulation, right? It hasn't broke, but it is above the 20. And so these are what we call gray areas. If you've got my boot camp, I talk about these gray areas. What's our target? Previous high. So take it down some. That's a ridiculous price zone. There you go, man. There you go. That's where you should have bought the first time if you're trying to be aggressive. And if you're not, then today, right around here, this is where you buy now. So there you go. $32 is my target. Aren't you red on red? 18% decide it's time to let my nuts hang and average down. Yeah, I'm red on win. You don't like red, bro? That's funny. Most of you guys, you go buy a TV, you wait till it's on sale. You want to get your cars cheaper. Some reason stocks, everybody don't want it cheaper. Yeah, I'm red on it. Let's see. Yeah, NC yeah. This is one we're holding, NCNA. It's up 30%. I'm sure most people have given up on this stock. Bam, boom, up. Look where it stops. Oh my goodness. Look where it stops. Bam, right where it stops before. Look at that. Price has memory. Remember we talk about if it blows through one level, it's going to go to the next. You might have called this one, but there was several over there. In that zone, right? Right around that zone. If it breaks through there, where's it going? Up in this zone, right around in here. Let's see. But look at the RSI. You got to trim it, bro. You got to trim it. You got to trim that, man. Hey, you don't have to, but let's check in on Uber. Ooh, Uber's green. Somebody said Verizon. Verizon moving. These telecom have been boring, bro. Yeah, you could accumulate it here, but I don't know. I don't know if... Let's see. Yeah, Roku stopped right at support. Price has memory, right? Let's look at it. I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm not overly confident. It's one of my favorite stocks, but I'm not overly confident on Roku, man. We'll see if it holds this box. If it holds this box, that's good news. CLSK is one that I'm in. Pretty good underwater. I like the stock. It's up about 12% today. Just can't seem to get going, man. Just can't seem to get going. And these patterns are ugly. The money flow pattern is to the downside, right? And so this is a phenomenon. You'll see it to the upside. You'll see it to the downside. What do you got? It goes sideways, up, sideways, bigger down. Sideways, up, sideways, bigger down. Sideways, up, right? And then what do you have? This effect where it's going down. And so you got the money flow trending down. Look, sideways, up, sideways, bigger down. Sideways, up, sideways, bigger down. Right? Isn't that what you see? Sometimes you see that to the upside. Sometimes you see that to the downside. See it? And so the money, it doesn't change, man. It doesn't change. It's moving like this. The pattern may get tight. It may do it in a few days. What you're looking for is stocks that are going to do it in these long sweeping motions. Because as a swing trader, I need sweeping motions. You know, I need these long motions. But if you look at a chart and it's going sideways up, sideways long down, sideways up, sideways long down, you know, you're fighting against a downtrend. So, I mean, all of these breakouts have been false breakouts. You know, what do? I don't know. You got to make that decision for yourself. Yeah, all of these. Yeah, it's a huge stage 4. You could call it that. You could call it that. He's saying because the money flow is fractal, right? Inside of the fractal pattern, you can have many money flows, and then you could have giant. But you know, we're going to a deep level there, bro. You're gonna really confuse people. Fractal pattern is a never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over in an ongoing feedback loop, driven by recursion. Look that word up. Fractals are images of dynamic systems. And so that's what you're seeing here. But it could just be a giant leg down too. Let's look at... I don't know why we're looking at Uber. Come on, man. There ain't shit to look at Uber. It's going up. What's to look at? So if you were a swing trader and bought it down here, you'd be taking some off now. But hey, it's holding that 5. No urgency. I haven't taken any off because I'm position trading. It's going a lot higher. T-Doc. T-Doc's doing terrible. What's to look at, bro? It's going down. You're sitting right at support. I would not be buying this here. I would not buy this here. I mean, look. Down, 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 down. Look, this ain't done, man. This could keep going. It's not even extreme. This is just a slow grind down, man. I don't see a bottom for this either. Are we doing the FedEx thing again? You want to buy a FedEx, sir? You think this is a good spot? What stage you think this is in? Which one you think this is in? In a buy one or a down? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. We're not buying FedEx. This is a slow bleed to nowhere. So you need an anchor point, man. And you need a box. If you just keep that in mind. So let's say this is the anchor. Good. But you need some sideways movement. Not red. You need some sideways movement. You ain't got any yet. It's just going down, 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 down. So no need to worry about it. My man says, are these stocks people are trying to swing trade? They don't even know, bro. They don't know if they're swing trading or investing. Most of them don't know. They're just buying stocks, hoping they go up. Hoping they go up. That's what people do. TLT, stage 4 decline. It's going down. They don't even know. This is a... So how do you play this? Well, the TBT is the inverse to this. TBT is going up, right? This is the inverse to bonds. So if you want to be like old boy from The Big Short, he's short bonds. This is how you short bonds. You use the TBT. It goes opposite. It goes opposite. TBT. So... Air Canada just opened flights from India again. That's cool. We could check the Indian stock market. Mike says, any reason that gold would be going down? Yes, sir, because there are no buyers, because the buyers are buying Bitcoin. Gold is going straight down. I've almost come to the conclusion that it's a dead asset class. I'm not quite there yet, but it's pretty close. It cannot get rallies going. This is what Robert Kiyosaki says you should buy. Buy gold. My position is relatively small. I've been trying to trade it, but man, honestly, it's been a dead asset class. You can see the money flow pattern, but it's to the downside lately. I mean, we had this last big run here, and then ever since then, it's just been, it just can't get going, man. I really think is a lot of them are buying Bitcoin. Let's don't say trash, young man. I will come punch you in the face. For 5,000 years, your ancestors have been buying gold. Don't come in talking shit because you're born at a time. Be careful. Fuck around and get knocked out. A lot of people still use gold in the world. Don't be a smartass. You were just born like 3 weeks ago. So we're not taking your opinion on gold. Okay? You ain't even traded gold. So you bought some Dogecoin. Now you know about gold. Let's see. DKNG. This one's setting up. It's pulling right in. Look at this. This DraftKings is setting up nice, man. If you're under the age of 30, don't even talk to me about gold. You don't know shit about gold. Let's see. DraftKings is setting up, man, but it's early yet. But you see how the days are slowing. They're starting to go sideways. Starting to go sideways. What do we need now? We got the MACD turning. We need to see stochastics break out, man. It's too soon on DraftKings, but Ashton, you better cover that short, bro. Ashton was short DraftKings. So if you were short this, now's a good time to start taking that short in. Okay? Taking that short in. Take that short in. Let's see. It does feel like Bitcoin is definitely, at least for now, I don't want to say dead forever, taking the wind out of gold for sure. Bitcoin has. Bitcoin's up today. Not much. Still in a box. Still in a box. Let's see. Yep. That's pretty bullish, man. I'd be happy to buy Bitcoin here. Everything's pointing down, but we're holding this level. You know, anytime it pushes above this 5, I'd be a buyer. Oh, man, it's close, though. I mean, this is not for certain here. You could wait. It's all over the place. But it is building a box, but I don't know. I haven't added to any of that. I've added to a few altcoins. I've been adding to Ethereum. Here we go. Our currency, gold, and our nation have nothing to back them. That's not true. We have a thing called the U.S. Army. That's why people buy. And the other thing that backs our money is law and order. That's why foreign money comes in and buys real estate here, because there are basic laws that nobody's going to steal your house once you buy it. That, it's called philosophy. It's a philosophical philosophy. And we see Ethereum is stopped right where it stopped before. So if we draw a support line, it comes right through here. So it's been here before. He says U.S. Army and laughs. That's because you were never in the Army, sir. So you don't see all the covert missions and everything. That's what keeps the dollar sound. That's why Chinese invest here, and Russians. And it's one of the reasons your housing prices are so expensive. It's people all over the world park money in America. The dollar is the reserve currency. Backed by faith. That's it. Same thing Bitcoin's backed by. Faith. Same thing this is backed by. Faith. Let's see. Never thought of law and order having that value. Great point. That's exactly why. Because we have courts here. They can't just seize your... Now, they can, but it doesn't happen like it does in Russia and other places. If you've ever been there. That's why you immigrants came here, man. That's why my man's here. He ain't even from America. Probably second generation. That's why your parents came here. Faith in the dollar. It had nothing to do with the gold reserve. Faith in the dollar. Principles of America. That it'll be here when they wake up tomorrow. It ain't going to go away. So this is Sava. It looks good, man. I wouldn't worry about this one. I would just wait. Pulls back a little bit. I might add to it. But here we go. That's your target. 120, and it's valued at about 145. So we're good, man. We're good. We ain't talking about Uber, bro. You know what Uber. Let's see. I like Sava here. If you're not in it, you can get in it right here, man. Buy a little bit. You're up and wish, huh? Bottom feeder. Let's see. How can you be up and wish, bro? How's that possible? It's at the low. It's low. It's like it. How can you be up 2% and wish, man? No, I'm not adding here. I'd like to see it stabilize. I'd rather add on a breakout, to be honest. Woo! Picked up some yen calls. That's what I'm talking about. This man's got some cojones. Yeah, so yen is setting up. I've said that before. I said it over here, and I said it over here. So, you know, we're going to buy puts, huh? Yeah, I'm long China too. It's been wrong right now. I think eventually it'll set up and be right. I'm with you on that. A lot of problems. Yeah, all the news. But you need to understand, whenever there's something that goes down, the media likes to kick them in the head. So the media is like, when you fall, they hit you. So remember when Bitcoin was all negative news and then it went up and they stopped. And then as soon as Bitcoin goes down, it's like hackers, tax, fucking theft. The moment it goes down, they start that shit again. Same on China. It's like negative news, negative news, negative. Watch, as soon as this thing rips it up, they're going to be like, oh, that was a great value buy. Let's see. Damn, don't have the votes they need. We should see more discounts. Man, is anybody really worried about that? They're going to pass it at the last minute. I ain't worried about that, man. Now, just so you guys know, if this gets back up here, that is considered back in the box, man. That's going to be a very beautiful. This is pretty bullish. We got to see if this holds. The close, it is all that matters. If this thing can get up there in the close, that's pretty bullish, man. So we need price up in here. And it's close, man. It's right there at it. We'll see. No BS. A lot of you just learned a lot about things you've been taught. What else we got? What's going on YouTube, man? My biggest position trades are yen, and GDXU, weathering the storm. Be careful with that yen being a large trade. That's a triple leveraged fund, man. So dollar-wise, don't get too heavy on a triple leveraged fund. They can eat you. So Cliff, CLF, everybody knows what this is, should know. That's a stage 4 decline. If you own some of this, I would not be adding here. Let it come down. They're not going to shut down, man. They're not going to shut. They ain't got the balls to shut down. Let's see, FCX. What was the PaySafe? What are you, a civilian, man? You can't use ticker symbols. Yeah, I like PaySafe here. It's undervalued, but it's going down, man. What are you gonna do? I wouldn't be running in here. I wouldn't be trying to back up the truck or anything. I mean, it's not going up. So, if you're gonna nibble, if you're buying any of these that are just nibble, man. Like 10 shares, 5 shares, 10, like tiny buys, because we don't have any evidence these are going up. I mean, it's sitting at, I don't know, man. That's not even a box, man. That's not even a box. We don't even need to check VLD. All these are the same, man. These are all. I noticed none of you guys ask about dividend stocks. Yeah, but these are not going anywhere, man. That's the problem right now. Look at Caterpillar. Caterpillar's setting up. Trains, CSX, look at Trains. These are the stocks you should be looking at. Look at this. This is the stock you should be looking at. Trains, CSX, UNP, right? Look at UNP. Look at this. Huge move down. Now it's going sideways. These are dividend paying industrial stocks, right? These are big players, man. So what's another one? What was the one that I was looking at? Can't even remember now. Oh, AEP. Good call there, sir. Look at this. Bam. Look where it stopped, man. Look where it stopped. Now, I would make an exception at adding here, even though there's not 4 candles and it is not built a box. Why am I making an exception? Because it stopped right where it stopped before. And so as long as it's above the 5-day, which it is, then I borrow 2 candles from here. It's like getting a wild card in poker. You get a wild card. If it stops right at support and there is, the RSI on extreme, we could call that the pivot point. And if price gets above that 5 before it puts in 4 candles, I'll borrow a couple from over here. Not go heavy, but I'm looking at adding. So if I'm swing trading this, this is a hard one to swing trade because you need a lot of fucking money. It's a big, expensive stock and it doesn't move that big. So I like to swing trade UTSL. Look at that. Bam. Now notice it's not above the 5, but it did stop right at support. So I'm not jumping the boat, but let's look at the XLU, which is the unleveraged version. And look, it's still not above the 5. So, but it did stop at the 200. We do have a pivot point, and we are at previous support. Where's the MACD? And the MACD ticked. You might be jumping early, but I like it. I like it, man. It's just don't buy. If it comes down, you need to buy enough that you're okay with it coming down, or you're going to put a tight stop, man. One or the other. Good idea to slowly push the money from UTSL. Oh, from Gush to, yeah. So there's a good example. My man just said. So look, straight down, looks like it's finding support, right? Stage, this is a good example, sir. I need to write that down. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4, possible 1 being built. We can't confirm that, but it looks like it. It's got all the characteristics, right? Check, 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 check. We don't have the breakout here. So this is the early days, which means we got a few days, right? We'll know by Friday. What is the opposite of this? Look at Gush. The opposite. It's doing the opposite, right? So yeah, you could trim this and start putting into that. You're in both of them now. And eventually when this breaks down, you're rolling the money. And that's called rolling money forward, man. That's a $1 million lesson I just gave you right there. That's a $1 million lesson I just gave you right there. You're welcome. Let's see. Whew, man, get me fired up now. Let's see. Getting excited. Look at ET. I like ET. I don't know. These are slow movers, but oh, we got a celebrity in the house. What's up, Michael? Mike said, what's your dividend portfolio look like? That's funny. What's going on, Mike? Let's see. I retweeted your tweet yesterday, brother. I'll tell you something I was going to do. I was going to hire a dictator. Not a dictator. You know, a person that listens to shit and writes it down. I was going to go back and find some of my better podcasts that I like and on the Science of Getting Rich podcast and have them just type it word for word. And I'm going to take like 6 of my best ones, 7 of my best ones, and have them type it word for word. Transcribe it. Transcription, that's what you call it. And then have them send me the transcription, you know, word for word. And then I'm going to send that shit to someone who takes babbling like that and puts it into coherent English, gets rid of all the ums and the uts and puts in the right words, and then have them send me that, right? And then put it in an ebook form and see if I can put all that together without me actually writing anything. Meaning they just take my audio from a dictation transcription to formatting it into book form, and then book cover, bam, 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 and I never had to write anything. Yep, Fiverr to the rescue. I'm gonna give that a shot. This guy was telling me he wrote a book like that, and he just recorded the whole damn thing, and never actually wrote anything. I'm gonna try that out. Let's see. So we're looking at ET here. This is a good buy. This is undervalued. These MLPs are still undervalued. It's just hard because we were buying them back here pretty aggressively in the money flow game. We're buying them back here, and they've had a beautiful run and then came back. But yeah, man, I like them here too. I don't like them as much as I did like them, but I like them. Especially if you're not in them. You really should get into this. And if you're building your buy and holds, guys, get on these utility stocks right now. Look at this. Southern Electric, AEP. If you're looking for that dividend yield, I mean, this one is one of my favorite ones for trading. It just moves slow, man. I shouldn't say it moves slow, but, you know, this is not a growth stock, so it's you got to be patient with this. Court reporters. I don't think that's what it is. Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to listen to an audiobook with me cursing. Where's Duke? I own some Duke. Same thing. Look at this. This is the money flow pattern, right? So when you see that, this is the pattern, guys. So when you get these ones that run clear like this, look, that is the pattern, right? Sideways up, sideways down. And so even if it's not the bottom, you're buying on your attempt to buy the stage one. And it's a little early yet, but I told you, if it stops right at a previous zone of support, we can borrow 1 or 2 days from here to create our box and call it a box. That's being pretty aggressive, though. That's being pretty aggressive. Chad says he wants to hear that. I might do that. I had a guy offer to read the money flow and do it. He has a pretty cool voice. And then I would do chapter add-ons or comments. I thought about doing that. But it's just hard to sit down and read the whole thing and record it. And audiobooks are tough too. Like to get them on audible.com is kind of complicated. Let's see. We're getting attacked by the webcam guy on. Why does this guy keep coming back, man? I thought I blocked this motherfucker. There we go. He's been hidden. That's it, man. That's about all I get. I do voiceovers, man. I'll read the hell damn. You do voiceovers, huh? Man, maybe we could do a project on that. That'd be interesting. And you know how each chapter, it was one I was reading, doing a while back, and on each chapter, I think it was a Trump book. Like he had comments, and then the guy read it, and then next chapter he had comments, and then the guy read it. And if he had updates to the book, because the book was written a long time ago, he was like, "Hey, I say this, but this happened," So kind of a cool idea, man. Let's see. Thoughts on Zoom? Use the ticker, man. All right, somebody wants me to look at an OTC stock. They sent a question. We'll look at that and I'll get out of here. bcfn.ca. Ooh. Oh, Blockchain Foundry. All right. Yeah, man, all these look the same, bro. You might could call that a stage one, but I don't know. Boy, that's a penny stock, bro. I'm in ABRKF, and that's basically same chart. I don't know what to tell you on these. If crypto, I'm almost at the point, why own a crypto stock if you own crypto? What's the point? They go together, like coin. If you go look at Bitcoin, it looks the same. Not exactly, but if this ain't gonna go up, oh, they done kick me off, man. They done kick me off Instagram. Yeah, so I don't know, like I was saying, I think these are proxies, man. The only people buying crypto stocks are people that are into crypto, or they just need an exposure to crypto. So if Bitcoin goes up, Coinbase is going to go up. If it goes up, Riot's going to go up. Look, these are setting up now. So if you don't want to swing trade crypto, you could swing trade the crypto stocks. That's kind of how I look at them. But I've questioned owning too many of them when you could just own Bitcoin. And there's no stock that's going to outperform Bitcoin. If Bitcoin works, the stock's going to go up. And in theory, you would think the stock could work even if Bitcoin goes down, the stock could do well because they're in a brokerage and they're going to make money but it's not working that way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We'll see. I could be wrong on that. I'm in Path. I like Path here. Even as a swing trade, Path is setting up. Look, up, got the box, prices, moving averages are coming in, easy target. I like Path here. Dollar Tree. Woo, shit. We were talking about Dollar Tree yesterday. Damn, 15%, man. Beautiful. We were in this, we were talking about this yesterday. Remember I said that move there above the 5, maybe? I think I said I'd give it a few more days. Obviously, it ripped. Beautiful. I'm guessing they reported earnings. I don't know why that would move so big. I haven't seen the news. What are the other ones in that space? What is their Dollar Tree? Forget the other one now. That's a beautiful move, though, man. Do you own AMC? No. What's the obsession with this stock, man? It's like a cult stock, man. Oh, Dollar General. No shit. Damn. Early onset Alzheimer's, man. DG. It's got a little sympathy move, but damn. Wow, look at these long moves of this stock. Might be a play. Might be a play. If they reported good, maybe you take a shot at this one. I mean, you could do it with a $2 or $3 stop right here. See if it doesn't get going with it. KHC. Ooh, Kraft. It's on the move, man. Let's see. Hold on. Let me check my account real quick. Let me log in. All right, so growth stocks are down, buy and holds are up. That's what I got going on here. Yeah, all the stocks I got moving in Kraft, Campbell's, Delta, Iron Mountain, Oil, Welltower, Walmart, MFA, McDonald's, Southern Electric. That's it, huh? All right, man. That's all we got. These growth stocks are just, I don't know what to tell you. They're going to go down if interest rates go down. Z's trying to hang in there. That's a stage 4 decline, though. It can't even get above the 5-day. You know. Guess we'll watch Chris Johnson lose some money on this one. That should make you feel better. He's losing more than you. That's all right. He's got more than you, so it's okay. It's all relative. Just a biscuit. It's just a biscuit. It's a biscuit to the rich man. Let me check Starbucks real quick. You know, I said the other day, this is when you want to start adding to these buy and holds, man. Look at Starbucks in this area. It's not quite there yet. We need to get it above the 5. But if you're trying to build a dividend portfolio, start dripping, man. There's a lot of good ones out there, man. Let's see. Yep, breakout. Stage 2 breakout in Prague. There you go. All right, man. You guys be good. I got to do some work.